today I'm just going to show you some really simple but great Ayurvedic recipes. Now the first thing, in Ayurveda we talk about the 6 Ayurvedic tastes. So we're not talking about nice and nasty, they're all special tastes that help you digest and enjoy the food. So you don't have to worry about it too much, because in my Keith's 6 taste Ayurvedic spice mix, all the tastes are in there. So when you have it, it automatically gives you the 6 flavours, so it stimulates all part of your digestive system. So the first thing we're going to put in is a seed called fenugreek, which is a very bitter taste. Now I know this is very hard. You can grind these by hand, which is really nice as well. So the second taste flavour spice that's going in it is cardamom. So cardamom is a very beautiful, sweet, aromatic spice. So I've peeled the cardamoms, or you can get them already peeled. You can get them already ground as well, but it's much better if you can just grind your own spices fresh. So it's equal quantities of the fenugreek and the cardamom, and then we're going to add some fennel, which is again a sweet taste, but in that we've got more fennel than anything else. So this is the only thing, everything else is equal I'm going to put in, but there's actually 3 lots of fennel seed. Again, fennel's a lovely sweet taste. Now I know they're all quite hard, so I'm just going to grind them up a little bit in this wonderful grinder. Okay, so that's nicely ground up, that's wonderful. And already, whoa, you can smell, wow, it's amazing. So the other taste we got is pungent. So pungent's like a hot taste. So this is some black pepper. So that's 1 teaspoonful of black pepper. Okay, now that's all, oh, and some cumin. I'll put some cumin, wonderful cumin seeds in there. Again, that's an equal amount. That's great, and we're just going to grind them up again. Okay, there you go. Now to that I'm also going to add some spices already ground, and that is some turmeric. Okay, because turmeric is the astringent taste, and astringent taste, a little bit difficult to describe. It's more a sensation really. It's like when you have a bit of an unripe banana, it has that sort of dry on your tongue taste. Well, that's the astringent. So turmeric is slightly astringent, so you're going to have that taste in there. That's wonderful. Then we're going to put ginger in, ground ginger, and that again is a little bit hot, so it's more like pungent taste again, so that flavour's in there. You don't need to remember all this, because Keith's Spice Mix, it just works magically, makes everything healthy. So we've got some ginger. Then the next taste is something a bit more unusual, and this is mango powder, okay? And you think mango powder, that would be very, very sweet, but this is made from green mangoes, so it's actually sour. So this gives you the sour taste, and it's also a little bit astringent as well, so it's giving you the astringent taste as well. Now we're going to be naughty and put in a little bit of sugar, and sugar of course the sweet taste. There's quite a lot of sugar goes into Indian cooking without you knowing it. So we're not saying sugar's a healthy ingredient, but in this case it's just going to add a little bit of sweetness to it. We're not adding a load of sugar to like a processed meal. It's just going to be a sprinkling, it's just going to be a small part of it. If you're really worried about that, you could leave it out, but it may miss out on the sweet taste a bit. Or you can get something like stevia powder now if you really want to be purist about it, but basically a little bit just does you good. Okay, the next thing is salt, and salt of course is a salty taste. So that's all our 6 tastes, they're all in there magically, and all we need to do now is grind it up, and that's our wonderful Keith's Ayurvedic 6 spices. I say it is really nice to grind it by hand as well, but you find the fenugreek, if you were doing that, I get ground fenugreek, because that's the one that's really tough to grind. The others aren't too bad. So get ground fenugreek, everything else you could grind in a lovely hand grinder, which is wonderful. So this is the spice mix. Just going to give that a stir and a final grind in a sec. Now we're going to have this with a lovely Ayurvedic dish, which is like Ayurvedic medicine in food. It's something called khichdi. So khichdi is more a type of dish, very popular in India, and it's basically a mixture of some sort of split, like lentil, these are split mung beans, and rice. So that's white basmati rice, just cooked together. Normally you have twice as much rice as the split beans, and you just cook them into in a stock until it's almost quite porridgey. It's like a sort of gruel really. It doesn't sound very nice, but it's very, very healthy. Now I've actually made that already. I'm going to show that to you, and then what we do is just dress it with the spice mix. So just see how this is doing. Okay, look at that, it's wonderful. I'm just going to taste it for you. See what it's like. Looks delicious. I'm just going to try a little bit and just tell you what it's like. It's just all the different flavours keep coming. First of all it's sweet, then it's salty, then it's a little bit hot. It's just wonderful. So now I'm going to have that on my khichdi. So just get that from here. Lovely khichdi I've made a bit earlier. This is wonderful. It's like a little sort of soupy porridge, just with lentils and rice. I put some stock in there, a little bit of stock, a little bit of turmeric just to give it colour, a little bit of ghee as well, so we're going to talk about ghee a bit more in a bit. Then I just sprinkle on some of this wonderful spice mix like that, and that's it. It's very simple. Sometimes the simple food is the most healthy, and this is just so wonderful. I'm just going to try a bit. It's just so delicious, so healthy, you just can't help but enjoy it.